effort.
So we're good to start? All right. I feel like
You good?
after we just ramble for like 10 minutes. All right. What it is, what's up? It's your girl Key, or Akila J, however that works. And you're back at BAGtalk. I have Destiny.
Hi, guys.
And this episode, we're getting into the things that matter the most to us, and that's being moms. Welcome to, they say welcome to Death Row, but it's like literally, welcome
Literally. Till death do his part.
because like this is no joke. So before we really get into it, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I feel like I'm baby 6 months now, so it's more like getting the motion of things. It's going really well. Things are starting to take a turnaround. Like at first, mommy and was a little tough, but now it's like things are coming along and they make sense.
In the beginning,
So ghetto.
It's the ghetto. So
ghetto.
let a preface it. Your baby's 6 months. Mine's a year. I don't do the whole
12 months, 18 months,
once
35
he
months.
He was literally one. People like, how old is he?
1.
16 months? Like, I'm not calculating
I'm not
until
counting the months
just
anymore.
after 12. We're
it.
here. We met. She was doing my hair for my baby shower.
Yes.
And we were chatting, and it's so funny that you were doing my hair for the baby shower.
I wasn't even pregnant.
You weren't pregnant, but you was definitely,
about
you was definitely talking about it. You was definitely ready. And literally, right before I had my son, you were like, I'm pregnant. I was like, well,
Wow.
we'll talk about manifestation. But I will say, out of our conversation, I knew it was going to happen. Because you spoke so passionately just about being a mom, and your situation was so comfortable for you to even want that. So it was a matter of time.
Definitely was. I mean, I didn't plan it, but I could say like I was ready.
It happens.
Like,
it's the timing of it. When you making a creation out of love, that's how you know it happens.
It's in a happy state.
We always are
A little crazy, but
it has its moments.
Yeah.
It's crazy for the single life, and you're like, but I'm thugging this out.
Was I even single then?
No.
Okay, yeah.
For
that makes
no,
sense.
you were not. So we related very well in that aspect of it, and then now we're both moms at the same time, and I think things happen for a reason.
They do,
because we didn't know each other from
a hole in the
wall,
Literally.
But the conversation was very genuine. I think the back and forth was substance. Like, you find it's rare you find people that you could like.
But 9 times out of 10, your hairstylist is like your therapist. And even though I've seen you one time, it's like, this is something that I'm constantly doing. I have to talk to people. So it's like, this is I'm sitting here braiding for a long time. Let's make this comfortable. Let's make this feel like home. Especially you being pregnant. Like,
girl.
Let's order some food. We got Chipotle that day.
We did. And that's like one time I didn't really throw up because I was throwing up crazy.
The whole time?
Yes. And it was bad. Like, I had to stop working how bad I was throwing up. Like, the smell of... Funny enough, you know how I knew I was pregnant? Funny enough.
How?
I used to smoke a lot. One day I smoked and I got like a headache and I was like, felt nauseous. I'm like, the hell? But like, we was smoking. We was like, maybe
like,
it's just
am I laced?
Yeah, like what happened? Like, is it block work? What's happened here? Girl, a week later, pregnant, and I couldn't smell weed for the whole
pregnancy
9 months.
Wow.
Threw up.
Can we talk about pregnancy actually being 10 months?
Yeah.
Because it's actually 10 months. I was pregnant for 10 months.
You hit that
10 months.
38 weeks. You was at 40 weeks.
Yes. And like full term is usually 40 weeks. And if you do the math, 4 weeks.
Shit, like at like 37 for whatever reason. But
that didn't make, no. I went to 10 months. Wow. And 40 weeks is always 10 months. It's 4 weeks. It was miserable. It was crazy.
What season was it? Like as far as
it was spring. Okay. Yeah, going on summer.
So he was pregnant in the winter.
Yeah.
Oh. How was that?
I didn't mind.
You rather that over the summer?
Yeah, I definitely do. I would not want to be like hot and pregnant and
And New York heat ain't.
It's ridiculous. It's humid.
My son was born in July, so
yeah.
Sweating.
I always wanted a kid in the summer.
No, it's not as fun as you think it is.
I mean, birthday parties and planning and stuff is like, yeah.
It sounds good. I did. It sounds good, but we did his birthday party this year. And, you know, everyone's on vacation. So it's like, okay, well, you kind of got to pull who didn't go away for vacation. So it was like a lot of people came for his birthday, but realistically, not everybody, because everyone's either here, they're with their other side of the family and just kind of like that way. But
yeah,
I can only imagine what it's like when he's in school. And he's going to miss the whole school birthday party thing. Because you can't bring cupcakes in school over the summer.
I don't even feel like... I mean, school birthday parties were cool, but...
It wasn't
Sometimes at some point, I just stopped going to school on my birthday. Like, I don't want to go.
Check me out, please.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to be here.
So... going into just full-on motherhood, what's one thing that people told you about, but you were just like, you thought they was just playing because they trying to tell you not have a baby right
now? I don't think it really hit that your life literally changes. Like, I feel like it might be cliche, but everyone says your life is over. Not... To me, my life isn't over, but it literally changes. Old Destiny's life is definitely over. Like, sure. Everything
no
changes.
Longer that person.
You might just want to walk to the store, but now you have a baby and you're thinking, okay, what should I do for the baby before I leave to the store? Should I just take him with me? Okay, now I got to get him dressed. I got to change his diaper first. Oh, did he eat? Because if he gets cranky while we're at the store, like,
science.
Everything, like,
it's a science. And then
everything revolves around this baby. Yes.
You turn into a bag lady. Now you have like 10 bags. The babies, if you're literally walking, you're going to strap them to you. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot. There's been times that I'm a quick person, so I'll get ready quick and be out the door. Me getting ready in an hour was normal, but now me getting ready with the baby is like 3 hours. Like,
you guys start
sometimes
like at lunchtime.
Exactly. I'll be ready to walk out the door and then boom, he poops.
Yo, that used to
now we gotta go back. Uber canceled me.
They've been outside for like 10 minutes. Like, are you coming outside? What's happening? My son
just cancel me.
He used to throw up, like projectile throw up.
There's
like,
an enzyme in boys' bellies that makes them throw up more than girls.
God, yo,
it's crazy.
It used to blow mine so bad because you'll be ready, like ready.
And he's throwing up across the room.
And now your clothes is messed up, so now you got to find a new fit. On top of finding a new fit, you know a lot of your clothes don't fit in the beginning. So you're like,
that's a good one.
So now I found the outfit. You throw up on the outfit, so now I'm in leggings and a t-shirt because...
Yeah.
And this is why moms look crazy.
Kind of want to cry sometimes.
Sometimes, all the time.
I thought I was looking good and you just ruined my outfit.
I'm trying to find myself again, and then here you go reminding me that I have a child. That part. The one thing that did it for me was breastfeeding. Wow.
They don't talk about how hard it is.
Whoa. It's a job.
Hard. It is.
It's a job. Like,
it is.
And I didn't know that because before I had a baby, I ate, but you know, in college time, you kind of eat when you feel like it, right? Like, if you don't eat today, it's not to say that you're starving yourself. You're just like, I'll snack,
get around
like,
to
or
it,
whatever.
Right, exactly.
You have to eat so much. And then I'm not a huge water drinker either, but I could adjust to the water thing. But the eating, I just didn't feel like it. But you can't not feel
even
like
while
it.
Breastfeeding, you didn't feel like... I used to get so hungry.
I didn't feel like eating because it was always a problem with... I think it was a traumatizing thing when I was... Well, the sickness I was feeling, everything made me just throw up. So nothing seemed appetizing anymore.
After
so
pregnancy.
It was just like, after the fact... No, during pregnancy, I was feeling that way. So then after, I was trying to figure out, well, what do I want to eat now? Because the smell of certain things still kind of make me like... Yeah,
the hormones are still there.
I'm like, ooh, that's a nostalgic flashback within my body. I'm like, I don't like it. But the breastfeeding...
Everybody's experience is truly different because I was so happy, like, I could eat without heartburn. I was eating everything. Everything. I was just so happy to be able to eat again. Like,
heartburn is a joke.
It's not.
I hated
Heartburn
it.
was miserable. Like,
And then, pregnancy is not as fun.
it's not.
It's
Let's
not.
talk about how not
It's
fun
not
it is.
fun.
Like, it's a blessing.
Yeah. I love being a mom. If I didn't have to do it being pregnant,
Yeah.
I'll probably have a lot of kids.
Like, if I could just wake up with the baby.
For sure. If the stork really dropped the baby off like they said in the children's books, I'd be fine. Like,
but it's our process. Because what if you didn't have that process? Would you connect?
No.
Have you ever connected with someone else's baby as you do with yours?
Nah.
No, because you carried it.
It's the one person
it's
that
a part
really
of
knows
that.
the inside, your insides. Like, niggas think they know your insides,
Yeah,
but no,
they
my
don't.
son really knows
me. Like, literally, when I look at my baby, it's like I'm looking, not to say I'm looking at me. I know he's his own person, but it's literally like I'm looking at myself. Like, wow, he's mine.
I did this.
He came out of me. It's as if like, this is a bad analogy, but like, what if I chopped off my hand? It would still be my hand. And what if my hand just decided, okay, let's say my heart. What if my heart just jumped out
and then
start walking around living its life, and I just have to look after it? Like,
and you're just like, you're supposed to.
You're always gonna stick beside me because you're mine, but like you're on the outside of me. It's literally your heart in human form. I swear.
And it's crazy the attachment that you feel. Like, when people, I used to really think that people was joking, well, not joking, but just saying shit on Instagram like, oh, I never knew a love like this. Like, you really, but like, really and truly, like, that feeling of you just, it's not something you feel before.
You can't.
Or that type of.
It's a high you can't you can't
or really
redo, you can't. You can't make a replica of it. Nobody could understand that. I feel like being a mom is something supernatural. It's just something no one can relate to unless you're a mom.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't explain it.
Not taking it from anybody, but like naturally a mom.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of funny shit going on. But naturally having that feeling from 6 weeks, finding out to labor and delivery, that experience is something that you feel yourself change. You feel your baby change. You see your baby change. You are seeing a little ass nose just in your belly. And you're like, what the hell?
Like, he's communicating with me. Like, I'll talk to him and boom, he kicks me. Okay.
Or like you shake your.
So like, every day we're communicating. Yeah. No. No, he used to tear me up. I mean, I look cute sometimes in certain fits, but like, no.
The certain fits is though.
I was just I carried to 10 months, and at 40 weeks, I went to 41 weeks. And at 40 weeks, I was just like, feet were swollen, hands swollen, face swollen. I didn't get that, but my face got fat.
I look at pictures of when I was pregnant. I'm like,
wow, who is this?
That's you.
Who?
That's you? I'm like, no way. So how'd your family respond with you having a baby? How was that?
I think for my family, it was a breath of fresh air.
Okay.
We had just lost my mom. I found out we lost my mom to cancer. And then 2 days later, I found out that I was pregnant. So, like, I'm planning a funeral. I'm doing all this. And I went to sit down with my family, and we're eating. Like, we're at BBQs, we're eating. And I'm just like, I like mac and cheese. How come I can't eat mac and cheese today? I'm like, am I pregnant? Because, you know, there's like this stereotype, like when somebody leaves, another person makes their entrance.
And I definitely believe in that.
And yeah, it happens a lot in my family. So I'm like, am I the one? Like, am I having a baby?
Tag, you're it.
I literally said to my sisters, I think I'm pregnant. And they just was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, let's take a test. Later on, like the next day, I took the test, and for sure I was pregnant. I laughed, I cried at the same time. Everybody was happy because, you know, I was already 25. They're like, all right, she's not a super young mom. You know, she's in a good situation. Like, and it's a blessing.
I think that part of it plays into it too. The maturity, I think this is a good age because we were both the same age. I'm only 26.
26,
yeah. So I think this is the great timing for it because you're in that, like I said, the in-between stage.
Yeah,
right?
Not too old, not too young.
And you're able to really continue growing. I think having a baby now, not saying everybody go have a baby when you hit 25.
Yeah.
But I'm saying this time period, it gives you a new motivation because when you're 18, the motivation is get out my parents' crib, do what I want to do. You get what I'm saying? Now you get
Yeah.
to that, you're by yourself, you're moving on your own in that adult space.
That makes a lot. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and now you're in the in between. You're like, okay, well,
What do I do next? Like, I'm
I'm working
comfortable.
on
I'm happy.
let me have
What
a
more
baby.
could I
You
do?
know, like what
Exact-
I'm stagnant to an extent with. Am I working on my career? Am I in a relationship that I feel is so, is supporting for a family? You get what I'm saying? Sometimes it works. Sometimes
As a
it
woman,
doesn't.
we always like look towards the future, so that's something we're always thinking about. I'm sure guys don't think about it like that.
They are more money.
Yeah,
I realize
they're just like, let me just make some more money.
Yeah, they feel like money is the answer for everything,
Everything.
and realistically, it's not. Like,
Yeah.
to an extent, you can buy your happiness.
No,
right?
I could ask my boyfriend, and he'll literally say, "Yeah, money can buy happiness." That's how they feel.
Realistically, it can, to an extent. When I say happiness, it buys you it buys comfort.
Yes.
I'll definitely say it buys comfort. Maybe
Comfort
not
is not happiness.
Maybe not happiness.
Yes.
It definitely buys comfort, because if you know you're not waiting for your bills to be paid, you're not. You have a more freedom within yourself. That's like, okay, I'm good on this, and I'm all. You have that freedom.
It's a good feeling, yeah.
Definitely.
To not have a financial burden.
But then you end up like 45, all the money in the bank, and now
What
you
else?
have, who's gonna deal with this money? Because when you get to a certain extent, you're gonna pass away. It's
can't take it with you. And what else?
Who's gonna now? What are you gonna do with it?
What else?
You know what I'm saying? So
this is why you need your family. Pass it down. Let's not work in vain.
Exactly, because who are you gonna enjoy with?
Right.
And you can say you enjoy with your friends, but realistically, your friends have their own lives. Realize that in pregnancy too. Like, my gang turned into, hey. That's how true it is. It turned into like, I'm still here.
Yeah, like what's up?
Hi,
every now and
do you
again.
guys not miss fucking with me? Like,
I feel like I didn't really want to be bothered though.
During your pregnancy?
Like after. I didn't care. I just was so ready for my baby that I didn't even, not to say, but to say, like, I really didn't really care about friends anymore. I felt like this was a new chapter and I needed to strictly focus on this chapter. And I feel like every chapter of your life, you can't take people with you.
For sure.
And this one was mothering, where I couldn't share this experience with anybody. So I was just solely focused on my baby. I didn't feel bad that I couldn't go out and stuff.
And now, okay, that's during pregnancy, and now kind of freshly. So now where you're at, 6 months in, do you feel like the season of not having people with you is still necessary, or now it's time to rebuild your village to now see who benefits? Not benefit sounds like a using word, but who is now kind of supporting you in that aspect?
Definitely, I feel like now it helps to have like support and other people around. I wanted to be alone at first just because this is a new person, and I'm trying to establish my relationship to him and have him know, like, I'm your mom, you're my son, like we like, you have my undivided attention right now.
This is us.
This is us.
It's literally us against the world right now. That is here.
It seems kind of selfish because it's like,
have to be though.
It's like, oh, I just want to get back out to the world and be with my friends when I'm ready to. But it's like, I had to do this. So, yeah.
You have to take that me time because you're a new person.
Yeah.
And it, just like we were saying, like, you mourn the old you because you're no longer that person.
Yeah.
You don't go on a brunch, hookah, all that shit seems like...
But even getting back to old friends is just like, it's not even the same. It's kind of like time for, like, I can still have my old friends, but it's kind of time for new friends too, because my old friends don't have kids. So we don't have a lot to relate to.
Like, what are we talking about?
Right, like,
now I feel like I'm overly talking about my kid, and now I feel like at some point you're gonna hate hearing about my child. So now it's like, all right, so maybe I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, or I can't have drinks and throw them back because I'm breastfeeding.
Like,
or I can't smoke weed because I get super paranoid now, and I feel like the world is falling down. Like, it's the mom guilt. Like,
you just start really kind of pointing the finger at yourself. Like, okay, nah. And this is why the circle, and I think rebuilding the village is definitely
it's key.
Because you have your family village for sure. You have those around you that help, to an extent.
Yeah.
Because I think help is very subjective. I think people feel like they help when it's not necessarily helpful, because you have to. If I'm telling you what I need help with, don't do something else and think that you're helping me. I didn't ask you for help with that. And I think that, but I get told I'm a little ungrateful for that.
Yeah, I haven't had that feeling. I'd be so thankful of anything that anybody does for me.
Yeah.
But there's something specific I need is what you're saying.
If I'm telling you, I always say this when I'm having this back and forth. Like, if I ask you to help me tie my shoes, right? But you're putting my jacket on for me.
How does that?
I don't need that help now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like yes, you're helping me because now I'm dressed.
Yeah, but you could help me more by listening to me.
To what I'm saying.
Hearing
in the
me.
beginning, half the time you don't need help with the baby in the beginning. That's something that people don't. You don't need help with the baby in the beginning.
You don't.
You need help with everything around.
Yeah.
Laundry.
Yeah.
Dishes.
Yeah.
I'm fine. This is my time for me and my child, but I know everyday life still happens.
Right.
So I need help with the everyday life.
Yes.
That's what people.
I think people, it's kind of like the excitement around a newborn. It's just like, yeah, I want to hold my nephew. I want to hold my niece, or I love you. Oh, I just want to. Yeah, like they're infatuated. So yeah, they want to help you with the baby, but it's really helping themselves because you don't really.
You don't gain from it.
I mean, you could help me sleep. That's about it.
Or take a shower.
Yeah. That's the one.
I said that the other day.
That's the one.
It's realistic. Like, they're talking about, because B. Simone said that, she only showers, like...
She don't even have no kids.
And that's why I said her explanation.
Oh my God, that's a little crazy.
Her explanation was a little shaky, but it's like, new mom, however it sounds to y'all...
Showering is not the norm. It's like... But it's something that keeps you sane. Even that little 5-10 minutes...
in the shower. Oh my goodness.
That shower keeps you sane.
That second to just stand there and be like, and then you just gotta bounce back into mommy mode because you're in the shower and you swear your baby's crying.
Yes.
You swear.
Yes. You're so paranoid. You're just like, I hear my baby. Do I?
Like,
no,
I gotta get out.
Like,
I've hopped out with soap on my body before.
It's happened.
Literally, like, damn.
Conditioner in my hair.
You're like, oh, well, finish this another time, or I got to the point where I used to put the bassinet in the bathroom. And I felt like that was not healthy.
Yeah, I used to just have,
for a second.
Have to myself, yeah,
you
need
feel
that
so
time.
Guilty. And I think, why is that normal to feel like the moms have to feel like this guilt? And I'm not saying dads don't feel the guilt, but it's definitely not as much because realistically, in their mind, if I'm going to work, I'm providing, cool. But after the providing, you need to be there. But they feel like since they went and did that, they did their part. They did their part for like I went to work. Like, like I've been working.
Yeah, kids need more than just an ATM. They need a parent.
Like shoes, they outgrow shoes. They will never outgrow the fact of knowing they could come and talk to their parent or hug on their parent or love on their parent or just be near them.
You also have to establish that relationship with your child because it's like, okay, if I want to leave my baby home with his dad and his dad's not spending time with him
and he's crying, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm staying home.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter how important, whatever.
He has to know. Like he looks at everyone in the world as if they're a stranger. So until you establish your relationship,
make yourself
you're nobody to him, right?
And it's fucked up. They feel like it's fucked up to say that, but
it's true.
And we don't say it to really think like you're not there for your child, right? But we're all new. Like, we all don't know each other. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just like when you met me, we had to text a lot. We had to be around each other a lot. You have to put that
anything you care for, you have to put time in. If you want to get good at playing 2K, you're going to spend hours on your game.
I hate that fucking game. Oh, my God.
I swear to God, every day I want to burn it.
It's a meme. It's a meme that was you hear the little noise when it turn on.
Beep.
Yes, and then be like, turn that shit off. Turn that shit off.
I get an instant attitude, and I'm sure my boyfriend doesn't know why. But
they
I'd
don't
be
even
so
do nothing
pissed.
on the game. It's just like when you know,
right? Like, are you making money?
Or you hear their friends, and I'm like, oh, so all y'all niggas just sit on this fucking game. None of y'all got nothing to do.
It's gay.
I think so. I feel like y'all like each other more than y'all say.
You could be cuddling with me, but you're playing 2K. Like, okay.
Y'all talking about wreck is double.
Cool.
Like, I don't give a fuck about wreck.
Right.
I would break. So many times I wanted to break that shit. I swear. And I used to feel like
real life is happening and you're stuck in the game. But okay, cool.
Or I used to be like craving. I used to crave shit wild in the night. Like, not super wild, but it's just like, where am I getting this at fucking 1 o'clock in the morning? Like, what do you want me to do? figure it out.
Right.
Figure it out, because right now this game is gonna go out the window
if you don't give me what I want.
what I'm asking you for. Right this, I used to act, okay, look, I'm a little Southern, right? I wanted hot Cheetos and cheese.
Ooh, I wanted to try that.
It's so good. Even like
I wanted
now.
to, but where do you get the cheese from? Because I don't really see.
Down south, 7-Eleven has cheese like for nachos. But if it's not 7-Eleven, you can go to the grocery store and get, it's like Rotillo or Velveeta. You can melt it, and it's so good. Like, it's really like one of those things that do it for
I love
you.
cheese. I would literally try it. I used to see people eating that while they were pregnant too.
Or they put it on pickles, but that's a hard no for me.
That's a little
Hot Cheetos,
different.
they used to put it inside.
I mean,
the
I
pickle.
love the pickle when I was pregnant.
Yo, you like pickles?
Did you?
No.
Oh.
So I was more of a sweet. I used to crave like Cinnabons and random cookies and shit like that.
So it's safe to say that the what do you call that? The old wives' tale is wrong, because they say when you crave sweet, you're having a girl, and when you crave like salty, it's a boy.
Yeah, I knew I was having a boy.
Yeah, I swore I was having a girl.
Did you?
I'm sorry, Kai. I swore I was having a girl.
You wanted a girl? Well, it didn't matter, but
I mean, I was happy to have whatever, but like I said, like I had lost my mom 2 days prior to finding out I was pregnant. And then when I got like my estimated due date, my baby was gonna be a Taurus, like my mom was. So I'm like, is she reincarnated already? Am I having a girl because it's a Taurus?
I mean, she could still reincarnate though.
Through him, right? I don't know.
When he gets older, you're gonna see it.
Yeah.
Taurus.
I love a Taurus. I love a Cancer.
Emotional.
They are very emotional.
I love it, but I'm a fire sign, so it's hard for me to channel that. Like,
you're a little rough.
Yes. I realized that now that he's, a little bit older and walking, and we took the pacifier away.
Yeah.
Thank
God.
No. Look, oh no.
How did that go?
It was kind of cold turkey. It just happened. Kind of, because I took him to the doctor, and the doctor was telling me, like, oh, he won't be able to talk. You got to take it out, and you don't let him, like, have it too much. And I internally was panicking. So I just came home and was just like, all right, you're done.
Give me this.
Yeah, you're done here. Because he would put it to the side and kind of make noises. So I'm like,
so he's just playing with it.
Yeah, it's really a comfort thing.
Yeah.
You can find comfort in a toy
Stuffy,
or something. Yeah, but that 3-day... withdrawal period, wow, hectic,
crazy.
He would just sit there and just.
I don't even know what I'm gonna do when I stop breastfeeding. My baby doesn't take a pacifier; he rathers the boob. Yeah, but that's even tough because like you can't just be sucking on me all day.
My sister went through that, but she said once he drew blood from her nips, she was done, because his teeth started coming in, obviously. So it's just like, yeah, he's biting me now. Yeah, no. Yeah. She said he drew blood one day.
My poor baby. It's over.
Yeah. It's over. I couldn't get into it. I couldn't. He would latch, but it was just...
It hurts.
The first initial hurt, for sure.
Nah, I was hurting for like a month and a half straight. Almost 2 months.
I stopped at 3.
Oh.
I didn't even give it a chance. I ain't gonna lie. Because, like I said, I wasn't eating.
I mean, 3 was pretty good.
3 was...
I mean, he got a lot of the good stuff that he needed.
And then I pumped a little bit more just to have... But that didn't last long because it wasn't... I just wasn't
They run
producing.
through that, yeah.
I was just like, all right.
Yeah, and you weren't eating, so that makes sense.
Whatever I produced, I kept it for when, like, his face would break out and just kind of put it on his face. And that was more so his, like, remedy there.
Gold.
Yeah.
Liquid gold.
Women are fucking amazing.
Literally.
Like, you niggas that play with women, y'all are crazy. We literally create
we make our own milk. Like, we make baby food.
We could make you...
We make a human.
What do y'all make? What do y'all make?
Yo, literally.
Because a lot of y'all still don't even know how to use a hammer and shit to make a crib. So it's like, what are y'all doing? Let me see what question I got for you. How do you feel now? Because we both have sons. Going into how we see how our generation is, and then the one after us, which is, they're a little off the wall.
Yeah,
how do you feel about raising a Black son in this time period? Like, what for you is something that you want to instill in him early?
Honestly, to raise a black son in this time, I'm horrified. I'm
So
honestly
terrifying.
horrified, but I always want him to know to keep like a close relationship with God. That's most
Mhm.
important for me. I mean, he'll guide you through whatever.
Listen,
Whatever.
whatever.
Okay?
There's nothing you could
Whatever.
do for that for God to turn his back on you. There's nothing. It
Exactly.
doesn't matter how
I
crazy, he won't turn his back on you.
yeah.
There are repercussions,
But
but he
he's
will not
there.
leave. I was saying he won't leave
If
you
he
astray.
brings you to it, he will bring
Yeah,
you through it.
for
Like
sure.
me personally, race, it sucks that we always have to make race a thing, but it is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I would hope like that we're all teaching our kids to like one another regardless of color and everything else,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm sure that's just not how it goes because I feel like Black people have been naive in a sense
Mm-hmm.
of thinking that everyone is their friend no matter what. But when you
Open
watch
arms
the
to
news every
everybody.
day, you see another young Black boy or young Black girl
And it's sad.
being hurt. Yes, and it's sad. So I kind of want to always have him trust his gut feeling and be comfortable with who you're comfortable with. You don't
Mhm.
have to want to be friends with whoever else, but just be comfortable with what you know and
Trust yourself.
trust that
'Cause
gut
even in my
feeling.
big age now, trusting myself is probably
The best thing
hard.
you could do, though.
It's the best thing to do, but it's the hardest thing to relearn to do because
Mhm.
you felt like you've made whatever mistakes or just made wrong choices
Yeah.
to a certain extent. And it's like, if I can instill that and loving yourself for whoever you are,
Yeah.
whatever you are, I think that's the
That's
best thing.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm in the school district. I work in the school for the school board.
Yeah.
And these children now, they're a lot grown. They're a lot older than we give them credit to be, or they have a more understanding than what we give them credit
Yeah.
to be. Just because of
Even
how
newborns.
accessible. But even just
They're
how
just so smart.
Yeah.
You don't like you
and I
don't know
if
how
it's the
far it
hormones
goes.
that we've been eating for all these years that just develop into however
Yeah.
that science goes. But it's just like they're getting smarter and smarter, younger and younger, and it's
Yes.
like, how do we? It's like you try to keep a child in a
How
child's
can I
place.
simplify this when they're not simple?
They
are not
they're
simple.
not. They are so profound.
Very advanced.
And it's like, damn, okay. So then I talk to you, right? Because I don't do baby talk.
Mhm.
So it's like I have to talk to you like you're not an adult, but talk to you like you're a person.
Where you can, yeah.
Because it seems like you're developing
you understand.
so like me doing the baby talk, you're like, who you talking to? Like who?
Right.
What does that mean?
Like, put some respect on my name.
I hear you, lady. And not even that, like in the mental aspect, mental health, and I don't know if the vocabulary being so accessible and everyone knowing, and they just kind of pinpoint that to everything or ADD
Yeah.
and things just like that. I think letting kids be able to be kids is the first thing that needs to happen for a better generation or a better society because
Yeah.
we're forcing them to grow up because
fast.
of what they're seeing.
Too fast.
Between shootings in their schools, like they don't even have fire drills like that. They have school shooting like lockdowns more so than anything.
Why is the number one leading cause of death for children gun violence?
And then the following after that is suicide.
Why?
Like it's so
Why?
It's scary. It's so scary because I'm sending my child to school to learn.
Right.
You're more so in a war zone going to school than you are in the streets that they say is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And where is the covering or where is the protecting of children? Period.
It's hard
because guns are not illegal yet, or
no
one's working really towards that. Because
I mean they are, but it's just not.
It's not gonna happen.
They're not doing
it's
enough.
It's a business, and it's so sad that we have to think of it as a business. And being a parent now, it's like, damn, my child could just literally be collateral
Yeah.
for the government. Literally, my child could just be whatever for y'all.
And it's just scary. That's why all you can do is pray.
A mother's prayer goes a long way.
And that's why all you can do is pray.
And keep
that while you can't watch over them, he is.
okay.
Like,
Him and all his people. Because you know, it be the angels,
Yeah.
it be the ancestors, whoever
whoever
covering,
is
please walk
looking.
with them.
Yes.
It's just so scary. And I just be thinking, like, God forbid.
I
And
think
even on the suicide tip, because that's a high thing in schools.
and it's like,
why does a 9-year-old child feel like their life is over at 9 years old?
I feel like every single child in the world goes through this. Kids are cruel. Every child has been bullied at some point. It's just a matter of how you take it. I mean, some are more sensitive than others. Some are more, dramatic than others. We've all been through some things, but also the extent in which you've been through it also differentiates too, because sometimes you have bullying where someone's hitting on you. Sometimes you just have bullying where someone just said something to you, but the extent changes. But
I think parents have to explain. It starts with parenting too.
But that's the thing. How can you? Like, I need a book.
There is no book.
There's no book.
I'm about to say there's no book. There's no book. There's no manual. There's no handbook. There's nothing that tells you.
And this is why my mind goes crazy, because it's like,
am I doing the right thing?
Yes.
How do I know?
That we go back to the mom guilt. Like, it's just so much to think about. And just even once you get pregnant and then you give birth and just having a child, you realize how much everything in the world matters. Like, everything. Like, before I was just walking freely, living my life. Now everything matters. I'm worrying about things that's going to happen 10 years down the line. My baby's at home in my arms, but I'm worrying about, oh my gosh, what's going to happen when I have to send him to school? Like, all of these things. Oh my gosh, what if I take the elevator and I get stuck in there and something happens to me and I can't be here for my baby? It's just like,
it's the craziest thing.
The intrusive thoughts.
Thing. Even to the point where I used to be like, it's gonna go left, right? Like, the thoughts of like, okay, am I doing the right things? Especially in the beginning, you are filled with so many emotions. You're filled with just, life hits you very fast once you leave that hospital and cut that brisket off your wrist. It hits you so fast, and then now you're just like, I can't fuck up. Like, I cannot.
But there's no perfect way to do it.
Yeah, but you don't know that. You don't feel like you feel. And then you have, your village at the time is telling you, not, you have to do it this way. No, you're doing it this way. You have to do it this way. You have to do it that way. And you start feeling like, well, shit, am I really prepared to even do this? You know what I'm saying?
And then you have a few humbling moments where you learned something because this happened. So now it's like, okay, now I understood what I wasn't doing, what I could have been doing. There's literally no one can tell you what to do. You have to learn it. You have to do it. You have to learn it. It is very, very stressful. But your kid is different.
Yeah.
Your mom can tell you about what she did with you, but your child is a whole different ballgame. So
everyone's going to.
I can hear what you're saying, but my child's going to tell me what I need to do.
Yeah. He's going to let you know that, listen,
like,
I'm not like
Mom,
mommy.
I don't like that.
I'm going to cry. Like, she probably didn't cry. She probably stayed there and was a quiet baby. But, oh, no, I like my vocals. I like hearing myself. So, listen, I'm screaming.
Exactly.
Right
or
now.
he's like, don't swaddle me. I don't like that. Literally, my baby, he will
fight.
I put the blanket over his arm. He's kicking, like, get it off of me. Like, I don't like it.
Swaddling is the funniest shit ever in the hospital, because you're like, all right, I got it. You see the nurse do it. You're folding them up like a burrito.
And you get home and you just...
The hand is out. The feet is out.
It's not tight enough.
It's not tight. It's unraveling. Now he's just rolling like, oh, yeah. No. That's really crazy. Momhood's really crazy.
It's just so many different categories to it.
And going a little left. Like I said, going back into, not going left, but it's going into like more so the mental health. Because I have a strong feeling to go into this. Check on your mom friends.
Literally, I had a doctor. I went for my baby's first week checkup, and his pediatrician is my old pediatrician. And she said to my boyfriend, she said, "You have to be there for her. She might be crazy. She might still have these hormones, but she's going through a period in her life where she needs you more than ever." Giving birth is a beautiful experience, but it's also like the next experience closest to like grieving someone who passed away, or like it's death and birth are literally like so they're like brother and sister that it's so much you don't understand. Like it's so hard to transition. Just like when you have to transition from losing a loved one to like life after them, it's so hard to transition. This is like the toughest period that she'll ever be in her life. So you have to be understanding and you have to be there for her and let her freak out. Like, just a lot of people don't understand it.
They don't understand it.
And you need to check on your mom friends because it's vital that it's hard to stay sane.
It's hard.
And chemically, it's hard to stay sane.
We're not even doing it on purpose. We are not being.
There were so many times that I've blacked on my boyfriend that I'll turn around and be like, "Oh my God, why did I just do this?" Like,
and now you're
I could be nicer. Like, why am I doing this?
Why don't I like you?
Why? Yeah, why are you ugly to me now? And I just loved you so much 9 months ago.
I can't smell you move. Oh my God.
Why do I hate your cologne?
Yeah, like this is what attracted me to. Now I hate your guts.
Yes,
please.
Yes,
but please don't leave me. Because
it's a chemical imbalance, and it's something that a lot of people don't talk about, and it's hard.
And they talk about it very vaguely, like, "Oh yeah, she just needs help."
Yeah,
no, sometimes it's so much deeper than that, and I want to really stress that because I know we're getting in the age where everyone's having kids. Granted, kids are always a thing, but now it's just a lot harder with just society.
This generation is different. Yeah.
Yes. So check on your mom friends, please.
Yeah.
You know, don't think that they're posting the baby all the time and that they're all happy-go-lucky. Sometimes that's just to make sure y'all don't be in our space, but we want y'all in our space.
Yeah, to an extent.
That's how true, because
to an extent,
you know. Yes. So, question of the day. Are you comfortable saying his name?
Yeah.
Okay. So, your child's name and where did it come from, the meaning, and how does it, you know?
My child's name is Kair. His last name is Doctor in French, so Doctor. He is so fancy. But his dad's literally, so... I picked the name Kair. I wanted something with a K because my mom had just passed away. Her name was Karen. It started with a K. And just searching. I wanted something different, something that's I haven't really heard before, and I really don't know a person that I could say that their name is Kair. Exactly.
So it's a handsome name.
Yeah, it's handsome. Thank you. But the Arabic meaning or Muslim meaning, it meant blessing. And literally, I always felt like it was kind of ghetto when you see people naming their child Blessing. But it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
Depending on the time where you're at in your life.
This baby is a blessing because I don't even know if I'd be alive if I didn't have him. Like, you know, losing my mom, I didn't really feel like I had much to live for. So he gave me a purpose. From when I found out 2 days after. Like, when I found out, everything changed. Yeah.
That's really your mom.
He gave me purpose. Yes.
She knows her
She
daughter.
knows me.
She knows
She
her
knew
daughter,
I wouldn't have made it without her, so I needed someone.
We need to give her some motivation back.
Exactly.
But that is beautiful.
And I said, I Googled, like, different ways to say blessing, and boom, Kair popped up, and I was like, yeah, this is perfect.
It's funny enough. I had Kayari, but that's...
Kayari is so cute.
That's Offset's name.
It is?
Yeah, Offset's real name is Kayari.
But that's really cute, though. Yeah, and it's different.
Yes. And it's spelled... You know how they give it on the name tips.
I feel like my son's name is a little hard to pronounce. I don't feel like it's hard to pronounce, but everybody fucks it up when they hear it.
Girl, my name is very simple. It's Akila, and they say it so many different ways.
Yeah, how could you fuck up Destiny? people do it. So
You know?
I don't care. Who cares?
Not your name, not your
Yeah,
child, whatever.
not your-
But just know when he
exactly.
corrects you, you say it how he wants you to say it.
Exactly.
That's my biggest thing, cause so my son's name is Aiden,
Love it.
but it's spelled with an A instead of an E.
Mhm.
And then his middle name is Alexander. So I didn't pick his name. I mean, I had no choice in that.
That's crazy. That's
And I
that's a
even
little different to me.
If
that
I have
you
a girl,
allowed it. Yeah.
If I have a girl, then that's
It's all
me.
you.
Yeah, it's all me. But I didn't, because my son's father, his son, he has a son, his brother picked his name. So we were like, okay, well, let my brother pick, because he has a brother, but he picked help. Anyways, my brother was going to pick my name because I only have one sibling. So my brother was going through names, and he wasn't doing it for me in the beginning. So we were just like, all right, well, we'll take it from this, And he random was like, Aiden.
But it's so cute.
It's the cutest name, right?
So
Let me tell you why I was against it at first. Again, I work in the school board.
There's a lot of
Aidens, and they're bad as hell.
There's Aidens, Jadens, Cadens.
Yes. Bad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn.
Am I gonna stamp my baby?
Oh my gosh. I looked it up.
How's Aiden though?
He is so sweet.
You see?
I think it goes into him being a Cancer, realistically. But it's funny. His name means little fire.
Oh yes, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's actually perfect for his even a Cancer's. They're a water sign, but they have that. They're kind of calm and very subtle, like the ocean, and just very calm. But then boom, when it gets there, they fire up quick.
So yeah, his name is Little Fire.
That's really cute.
And Alexander, but
that's really
I go
cute.
off of that because Alexander the Great. And I want him to be, as great as he can be in his life. So it's like picking names pick names that mean something.
Yeah. Because your kid is always gonna ask you, Mom, why'd you name me Aiden? Why'd you name me Kair? I've asked my mom, why is my name Destiny? Have you ever asked your parent? Have you?
Names no. Well, I
never.
I have.
And your name is not common, so it's why didn't you ask?
I found out. Well, I looked it up more so on my own.
I always wanted to wonder why.
What was
what
did it mean to you at that moment? My name was gonna be Abigail.
Oh, you dodged a bullet. You dodged a bullet.
Sorry to any Abigails, but sorry, I don't even look like Abigail.
Yeah, no, you don't. You look like just what you are.
But people don't understand that picking names that has a meaning, because you're gonna call that child that for the rest of their life.
Some people can't pick their kid's name until they're born.
Yeah, in certain traditions, you don't pick them until you see the child.
My mom didn't. My mom had 9 of us, and she named us all on the spot.
I wanted so many kids.
Yeah, I don't know how she did it, because after being pregnant with one, I don't want another.
Pregnancy made me not want no more kids.
Yeah,
it wasn't even having the baby. Having the baby is fine.
Yeah,
it's being pregnant that many times, because again, it's gonna change.
It's miserable. Let's just normalize.
And if you don't time it right, just know you're gonna have a winter baby. That means you're gonna be pregnant in the summertime.
Miserable. Miserable. It was a beautiful experience, but it's
miserable.
Yeah, it's miserable. It's hard.
Do you know it's toting that, carrying that baby?
I feel like the best part of it was literally communicating with my baby,
knowing that
knock,
they were
knock,
there,
he's there, or us waking up together because I got to throw up, so I know he's up, or I know I'm still pregnant because I'm throwing up, all right, yeah, we're good.
All right, time to eat because he's starting to wild out inside.
Yep. There were times that I literally fainted because I didn't eat when he told me to.
Imagine.
It's crazy.
You niggas don't have control over our body. These kids really do.
They run this shit.
They run this shit.
They run the world.
Y'all think y'all that nigga just...
Not even women, the kids run it.
Yeah, for sure. Because what? You not eating right now? Bet. Go throw up.
This is their world. We just live in it.
We just
I guess that's why I say kids are the future. They really run it.
Yeah. Because imagine we don't do... First of all, a lot of responsibility. But if we fuck up, this next generation of presidents and senators and shit like that...
It's clip.
What do you think is going to happen? What the fuck? Imagine they're going to be in the White House making TikToks and shit. Whoa.
Yeah.
We need more doctors.
But...
we need doctors.
We need more herbalists. We need to get back to the natural thing.
Go back to what we know.
Yes.
Not what we're being told.
These doctors, they still want money. Like
it's all a business, but if you're gonna make a business, profit it off it for your people culturally.
Yeah.
Shed light on that. As we get into it, you know, I do want to say thank you so much for coming.
Yes, thank
if y'all
you
didn't
for
know, I flew to
having
New York
me.
today. Fresh off the plane, and we're here recording. So I fuck with you so much for getting
Thank
here.
you. I love you. Thank you for having me.
For sure.
And I just want to like give a message to all the moms. Your best is what's best for your child. Your child doesn't understand what's less than best. Your best, if you're giving your 100% and you're all, you're doing an amazing job.
Listen, as long as you don't give up, as long as you're not giving up,
that's the best.
Don't ever think you could do. Listen, you're learning just as much as your child's learning. You can't have the answers right now, and nobody has the answer for you. You gotta go through the motions. Again, thank you for tuning in. You know, it's your girl Keela J or Key. I'm changing my name right now. We're working on which one I'm really going by, but yeah. And I see you next time.
That was